When we think about the work that an AI tool is doing, tell me which of the following resonate with you. It might be all of them, but I'm just curious. What one would be sort of analyzing data, another might be executing playbooks, another might be sort of just driving manual tasks in a way that the human might not know. Probably goes on and on and on, but those resonate. Are those the kinds of things that you see, today as being well suited? Or maybe there's something else. I'm curious what you've seen and what you've implemented.
Yeah, I think that the to us internally, what we kind of done is we started with where, generative tools were pretty strong. And I was like, okay, well, I've written Python for probably 10, 15 years, right? But I'm not a developer by trade. So when you can offload some of those to some of those tasks to, hey, validate this. I just want to know what the risk score and threshold is using all these different cyber threat intelligence tools, summarize all of that and kind of make sense out of it. Some of those basic ones are pretty easy to implement and adopt and test and verify. Where it gets more interesting is generally when you look at, let's say we have a multilingual SOC or we follow the sun, right? So then translating some of the summaries or investigations to people's native language has been, for a lot of our customers, very, very useful as well. And from a large data set capacity, so looking at maybe a couple of years worth of data and find the needles in the haystacks, like anomalies or different trends. We have seen really good use of that. So summarizing large data sets and finding anomalies.
Sure.
When it comes to I think you had one more, playbook
Yeah,
development, right?
playbook or work, run book kind of things. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you go back a couple of years, we had playbooks as written, and then we would kind of digitize them inside Swimlane and Turbine, and we would say, okay, if this, then that. It's a very logical flow, enrich using all of these different searches, queries across multiple data sources. But now with the playbook development, it's also like, what do you recommend that we are going to do? So that's something that we're currently working on. So when you can find gaps in, well, you're doing 90% here. Do you want to close the gap? Hey, Mike, I see that you and your team for the last, 1 year have dealt with 10,000 of these kind of investigations. Um, Here's what we can do to help you fully automate that. So kind of layer on context and recommendations, and then help our orchestrators truly build very effective playbooks.